Today on Discover Wisconsin, we're discovering a one-stop destination for sports teams and their families looking to play on and off the court. Welcome to Wisconsin Dells.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
This is an anthem for those who look for more and never say they've seen it all. Windows down, let's take a ride. The good land's great tonight.
Today on Discover Wisconsin, we're exploring one of Wisconsin's most popular vacation destinations, the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah, Mariah, I love the Dells. There's so many great things to do here between the water parks, camping. I mean, you'll never be bored.
I know, and I loved coming here as a kid. It was the pinnacle of my summers.
Well, you know, I'm a sports guy, though, so I got to check out JustAgame Fieldhouse.
I kind of want to do a boat tour. It's been a while. Have fun.
Thanks, you too.
Wisconsin Dells is located about 45 minutes north of Madison, straddling the four counties of Sauk, Columbia, Juneau, and Adams.
So the Dells may be world-renowned for its water parks, but it's also the epicenter for some great sporting events in Wisconsin, thanks to JustAgame Fieldhouse here in downtown Wisconsin Dells. Let's check it out. I hear they're very welcoming. First impression of JustAgame Fieldhouse, I mean, it's just really a wow factor. When you walk in and you talk about a ton of action going on all at one time, you can really see why, you know, young players and really players of all ages want to take advantage of this facility.
JustAgame Fieldhouse is a 6 basketball court athletic complex right in the heart of downtown Wisconsin Dells. All hardwood floors, and our specialty is really hosting youth basketball, tournaments, camps, and leagues. We also mix in a little volleyball, but our sweet spot is basketball.
The high school game that I was able to see was Wisconsin Dells against Cambridge, and boy, what an experience. You know, it's right on par with a big-time college basketball game.
We do our best to make sure everyone's having a good time, a good experience, especially for our high school games. We roll out the red carpet for them. When they take the floor, we turn off the lights, try to get everyone fired up in the crowd, good announcer.
And now, the Wisconsin Dells starting lineup. At guard, a junior, number 12, Alex White.
It's just a great atmosphere. It's something that you don't get anywhere else that you play. I mean, this is a great court. It's the court of champions. It's college level court. It's college level atmosphere, basically. And it's something that nobody else in the state has. It's something that just we have here in the Dells, and something to really be proud of.
JustAgame is also home to the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and you can really get a sense of what's happened throughout the years in high school basketball in the state of Wisconsin. Amazing some of the history as I continue to look up here, and this is one of the all-time teams, Madison Memorial, and a great game in 2011 where they went to triple overtime at state. I actually called that game on the statewide TV network. Pretty cool stuff.
It's a perfect place for the WBCA Hall of Fame because last year over 350,000 people went through this facility. So we're excited about JustAgame, we're excited about the Dells, and we like to get everybody excited about basketball in the state of Wisconsin.
The WBCA also hosts a variety of other events, including the Coaches Clinic in the fall, where a lot of times you'll have big-name college coaches. In addition to basketball tournaments, JustAgame Fieldhouse also hosts a variety of volleyball tournaments and events throughout the year as well.
We have high-definition security cameras on all of our courts. So if Grandpa and Grandma can't make it, or Mom and Dad are out of town on business, they can tune in to every court in the facility all day long.
Going up to JustAgame Fieldhouse, I can see why it's such a great place for parents to want to come and watch their kids play.
Now, Craig, why exactly are you here today? Who are you rooting on?
Well, we're here to watch some great basketball, and we're rooting on the Little Eagles, which is kind of a feeder team for the local high school in Dubuque, Iowa. We go to tournaments, or, you know, fairly close. This is one of the better ones because the Wisconsin Dells has so much to offer, and this is just a great facility. I have to say the officiating is wonderful, and I think it helps to be in a facility like this to really engender great basketball.
The reason this works is because we're in Wisconsin Dells. It just gives our tournaments a little something extra to be here and for all the kids to be able to experience that.
Up next, I'm checking out Wisconsin Dells' original water park. Stay with us. Welcome back to Wisconsin Dells, right here on Discover Wisconsin. Wisconsin Dells takes its name from the dells of the Wisconsin River, a beautiful gorge formed thousands of years ago by glacial waters. The river features remarkable sandstone formations on the river's banks. And the best way to see the Dells firsthand is by taking a boat tour. If you're into the more turbo speed, adrenaline-inducing experience, this is going to be for you. It's called Jet Boat Adventures. You can explore either the upper or lower Dells on the jet boats, and be warned, you're going to get wet. Jet Boat Adventures is a perfect activity for sports teams, families, groups, or anyone looking to have fun on the river. For something a little less splashy, the Upper Dells boat tour is perfect for anyone looking to take in the area's beauty and wildlife. Well, Jim, I've probably been to the Dells 1,000 times in my life, and believe it or not, I've actually never been on an Upper Dells boat tour. What am I missing out on?
Well, welcome aboard. You're going to have a wonderful time. It's a 10-mile round-trip tour of some of the most beautiful scenery you'll ever see in your life.
Really?
We think it's pretty special. Every day is a different adventure out here on the water, from how fast the water is flowing to what animals are on the shoreline or in the air. Every day, every trip up the river presents something a little bit different.
This is really an iconic part of the Dells. Why do you think it is such a big part of what the Dells is known for?
Well, it brings back so many fond memories, family memories, that people share with us on the boat.
So David and Jeanette, what brings you to the Dells?
We're retracing our honeymoon steps 50 years ago.
50 years, huh?
Yes.
Did you do this boat tour 50 years ago?
Yes,
we did.
Really?
It's just one of those continued things of enjoying the outdoors and the colors and the river.
We actually went off the boat for 2 different shore landings. We went to Witch's Gulch, which had been on my list to visit for a really long time. When I'm on Instagram, I am constantly seeing people sharing images of Witch's Gulch, so I already knew it was going to be gorgeous, and it was. It's an easy hike, very accessible, and not too long. From there, we went to Stand Rock, which is another historic shore landing. Back in the day, H.H. Bennett had his son jump across from rock to rock to get that famous stop-action photograph. Today, when you visit, you're going to see a German Shepherd take that leap across.
Smile. Smile.
The Upper Dells boat tour did not disappoint. It was so gorgeous. You get to see the side of Wisconsin Dells that brought people here in the first place, and you can really see why. The bluffs are stunning during the day, but there really is something a little more magical about seeing them at sunset. He's a boat captain by day, but Dan Soma spends his summer nights as a nautical musician on the Sunset Dinner Cruise in Wisconsin Dells.
All aboard! We're going downstream.
Guests are treated to drinks on board, a torchlit walk through Witch's Gulch, and a delicious dinner of lobster and steak.
One reason it's incredibly popular is because it's pretty romantic. Some nights, half the couples on board are having an anniversary. We have had 62 couples get engaged on board, so I like to think of it as a romantic cruise, and sometimes I feel like captain's tubing on board the boats, it's slow. The food is great, and I like to think the music's pretty good.
I knew it was now or never to live that life I'd always dreamed.
And after the sun goes down, the excitement on the river doesn't end. I am one of those people who has a love-hate relationship with all things haunted. So when I agreed to go on the ghost boat, I was both excited and terrified. The tour includes a boat ride upriver and then a walk through the haunted Coldwater Canyon. Our whole crew was terrified. There was a lot of screaming. But overall, we had a blast on the Ghost Boat, and the tour runs all summer long, as well as in September and October. Find out more about Dells boat tours in Wisconsin Dells and check out behind-the-scenes photos at discoverwisconsin.com.
Up next, we're checking out how the Eagles play hard off the court in Wisconsin Dells. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Discover Wisconsin, where we're checking out the ultimate place to stay for sports teams in the Dells.
We saw how much fun players and coaches and fans can have at JustAgame Fieldhouse during the games, but there's so much more to do even off the court as well. And hey, one of the best places to be is the Wilderness Resort in Wisconsin Dells. You talk about a one-stop shop. The Wilderness really has it all when you're talking about having fun.
Here at Wilderness, we get hundreds of different teams, everything from basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, a little bit of everything. They choose the Wilderness because we have everything they need in one spot. We have lodging needs, we have any activities that they might want to do, restaurants on site, everything is right here for them.
My name is Jeff Ossen, and I am up here coaching a Eagles basketball team representing the Dubuque area. We ended up staying at the Wilderness, and it was a great opportunity to bring the boys up here, really reward them for a great effort of all the practice and games that they've played over the last couple years, and come up here and really celebrate their last year together. Basketball is really part of the experience, but not the whole experience. Just having fun and really build friendships is what it's more about for us.
When teams come to Wisconsin Dells, what they're really looking for is accommodations that allow them to be close together, and that's what the Wilderness can offer.
Teams can choose to stay at Wilderness Hotel or at Glacier Canyon Lodge, and it'll accommodate really both large and small families. Makes you feel like a home away from home.
Another great option is our 5-bedroom entertainment cabinet. It's 3,500 square feet, has 5 bedrooms, it can sleep up to 20 people. It's got a full kitchen, your 2 large living rooms, grill, theater room, and it's really some place where the sports teams can really get together and bond.
The Wilderness Resort has tons of activities for team building and team bonding.
Sometimes that means a little friendly competition. Going down, Zimmerman.
Not a chance, Haberman.
See ya! I am a pretty competitive person, and so is my co-host Jake. So I'll let you see for yourself in terms of who came out on top.
Of course I beat her. It was, obvious I was going to beat her at go-karting. I mean, come on.
There's a ton of activities for our sports teams to do here. Our indoor laser tag arena is about 3,000 square feet. It's a 2-story arena, which is themed towards a Western theme.
Mariah got me a couple of times on that one, but I'd say I got her back a few times as well. I think my favorite part was probably ziplining. I had never gone ziplining before, and wow, was that a blast. A little scary. You're up pretty high, but obviously you're strapped in safely, and I would say it's a bit of a rush. And you look down, you're like, whoa, that's a ways down. But I would say overall, just a lot of fun.
We were shocked. It was a big deal. It was real zip lining. You are going through this canopy, through lots of trees. There's tons of different lines that you're on, and it's really beautiful.
In fact, I had so much fun, brought my family up here the following week. And so all 4 of our kids and my wife and I, we had a chance to do it all over again. And boy, they had so much fun.
Start planning your team's trip to the Wilderness Resort at discoverwisconsin.com. And don't go away. Up next, I'm exploring the Wisconsin Dells by land and water here on Discover Wisconsin. Welcome back to Wisconsin Dells right here on Discover Wisconsin.
There are literally thousands of unique things to do in Wisconsin Dells, but when it comes to the Dells' most iconic and can't miss attraction, most people will tell you one thing: the Wisconsin Ducks. All right, woo, let's go! It had probably been, my gosh, at least 20 years since I had been on an original Wisconsin Duck. And so I thought I knew what I was getting myself into, but I really had kind of forgotten what the experience was really like and how fun it really was. And just the actual duck. I mean, how that vehicle can go from, driving down those hills and up those hills and straight into the Wisconsin River. It surprises me every single time, even though I know it's going to happen. I know what's coming up.
The duck is an amphibious vehicle. They were manufactured for use during World War II. They were used to take the troops and cargo from ship to shore. And from the years 1942 to 45, General Motors made about 21,000 ducks. Wisconsin Dells was already a tourism area because of the Dells boat tours operating on the upper Dells and the lower Dells. And it was just a natural fit to bring an amphibious vehicle to show the beautiful scenery in the lower Dells, so the Wisconsin Dells, and also to use the ducks to travel through the scenic trails that are along the Wisconsin River, and it was a perfect fit.
The original Wisconsin Duck Tour is an 8.5-mile land and water tour. We are the only duck tour that is allowed to travel on our wilderness trails. And we have many different forms of wildlife out on the tour, from white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, and so on. You'll also see a lot of rock formations on the Wisconsin River that the glacial drainage did carve out along the way.
You're right up close and personal with the actual bluffs and the limestone rocks, so it's really gorgeous. I somehow talked my duck driver, Tanner, into letting me take the wheel of the duck. I don't know why he said yes, but he did.
Where am I at? Gotta go that way. Oh, speeding again. I kind of have a lot for it.
I actually really enjoyed myself. It was really fun. In fact, I did a couple donuts in Lake Delton, and then that was when Tanner said, all right, get out of the driver's seat, get in the back. But yeah, no, I thought for a second, like, maybe this would be a fun gig. Being a duck driver, I could totally see why people, do it for years, and they do. So what's in it for you? Why do you love this gig?
I love being outdoors, and since I grew up around this area, I'm actually a huge fan of the scenery, and I like being able to educate people on the area and how it became what it is today.
If you guys take a look off to the right shoreline, you'll notice a sudden change in scenery.
I really enjoy driving the duck as well. It's very fun. I don't really see how you can complain about this job.
You know what? I've never been on anything like the duck tour. The bus turned into the boat, which was super fun. And I think the most exciting part were the big splashes into the water. Great scenery along the way, and we learned a lot as we went.
If you haven't done an original Wisconsin duck tour, you just haven't experienced the Dells. You have to do it. It's a mainstay here in Wisconsin Dells, and it really is something that I think so many people across the country, even the world, know Wisconsin Dells for.
No matter how many memories you've already made in the Dells, there's always opportunity to make more.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Whether you're a family, a team, or hey, a pair of fun-loving co-hosts, there is something for everyone here.
On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Mariah Haberman.
And I'm Jake Zimmerman.
We'll see you next week on
Discover Wisconsin!
For more information, behind-the-scenes pics, and past episodes, head to discoverwisconsin.com. Continue the adventure by following us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Discover Wisconsin Radio.
Oh, sorry.